Welcome to day 2 of our memory training program.
I'm ready, coach. Yesterday I built my first memory palace and practiced it twice.
Excellent. Today we are going to build on that foundation. By the end of today's session, you will have two additional tools for handling information, especially sequences, processes, formulas, definitions, and lists of facts.
What are those tools?
The chain method and the story method. And later in the session, we will begin working on speed reading.
So today is about remembering more information and reading it faster?
Exactly. But remember one important principle. Speed without comprehension is not useful.
So I shouldn't try to read as fast as possible.
Correct. Our goal is to increase reading speed while protecting understanding.
What's the first activity today?
We begin with a recall check. They?
Will I be allowed to look at my notes?
No.
Seriously?
Seriously, I'm going to cold call students and ask them to recall the items they placed in their day 1 memory palace.
What if I forget something?
Then we have discovered something useful. Forgetting during practice is much better than discovering the problem during an examination.
So you might suddenly ask me, what was station 7?
Exactly.
And I have to retrieve it without looking?
Yes. You might also ask me to recall the entire sequence forward or backward.
That will definitely test whether I actually practiced.
Exactly. This is not about catching you. It's about strengthening your retrieval ability.
What happens after the recall check?
Then we learn the chain method. Jo,
How does the chain method work?
imagine you have a sequence of 10 things to remember. Instead of memorizing each item separately, you connect item 1 to item 2, item 2 to item 3, item 3 to item 4, and so on.
Like links in a chain?
Exactly. But we don't make ordinary connections. We create one continuous, absurd, action-filled sequence of images.
Can you give me an example?
Suppose you need to remember apple, book, elephant, bicycle, and moon.
Okay,
Imagine an enormous apple rolling down the road and crashing into a giant book.
then what?
The book suddenly opens and an elephant jumps out.
And the elephant?
The elephant rides a bicycle at tremendous speed.
And the bicycle flies toward the moon?
Exactly. The bicycle launches into the sky and crashes into the moon,
That's completely ridiculous.
and therefore memorable.
So each item interacts with the next item.
Exactly. The apple connects to the book connects to the elephant connects to the bicycle connects to the moon.
And when I remember the first image, it leads me to the next one.
That's the power of the chain.
When is this method especially useful?
It's excellent for ordered steps, processes, sequences, and formulas. Especially when you need to remember one item after another.
So if I have the steps of a scientific process, I could turn them into a chain?
Absolutely.
What should I avoid?
Don't create a collection of unrelated pictures. The images must interact. Make one action lead naturally, or ridiculously, to the next.
So it's like making a mental movie.
Exactly. A continuous mental movie.
What's the next method?
The story method. G.
Isn't that similar to the chain method?
They are related, but they serve slightly different purposes.
What's the difference?
The chain method focuses strongly on connecting one item to the next in sequence. The story method takes many pieces of information and weaves them into one short, memorable, absurd narrative.
When would I use the story method?
It is particularly useful when the information doesn't naturally form a sequence, such as definitions, case names, dates, vocabulary words, or unrelated facts.
Can you show me?
Suppose you need to remember 4 unrelated words. Lawyer, 1947, microscope and tiger.
Okay.
Imagine a lawyer wearing a giant judge's wig running through a courtroom.
Then what?
The lawyer suddenly jumps onto a time machine and lands in 1947.
And then?
In 1947, he pulls out a huge microscope and looks through it.
What does he see?
A tiny tiger roaring inside the microscope.
That's a strange story.
Exactly. But notice what happened. We took four unrelated pieces of information and turned them into one connected mental story.
So I don't have to memorize 4 separate facts.
Correct. Your brain remembers the story and the story gives you cues for retrieving the facts.
Could the story be funny?
Absolutely.
Could it be impossible?
Definitely.
Could I make the characters huge and colourful?
Yes.
Could things explode, fly, or dance?
Of course.
Why?
Because unusual, exaggerated, and emotionally engaging images are more attention grabbing than ordinary ones.
So the basic principle is still the same. Make the mental experience memorable.
Exactly.
How do I decide between chain and story?
Ask yourself one question. Is the information naturally sequential?
If yes, use chain.
Correct.
If the information is a collection of unrelated facts, use story.
Exactly.
So processes and ordered steps, chain method.
Yes.
Definitions, names, dates and vocabulary. Story method.
Excellent.
Can I use both methods together?
Absolutely. Memory techniques are tools, not rigid rules. You choose the technique that fits the material.
And after these methods, we move to speed reading?
Yes. But before that, I want you to understand something important.
What is it?
Memory and reading are connected. If you read slowly because your eyes repeatedly move backward, or because you mentally pronounce every word, you may spend a lot of time processing information.
So we need to improve the way we read.
Exactly. But we will never sacrifice comprehension simply to produce a bigger words per minute number.
Because fast reading without understanding is just fast looking.
Perfectly said.
I'm ready for the next part.
Excellent. First, let's test your day one memory. No notes, no hints, just close your eyes and walk through your palace.